Hey everyone, welcome back to the lab. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some fun t-shirts that I just made. And look, I'm wearing it. So everyone knows that F# is fun. Okay, maybe not everyone, but I hope at least the 12 of you that use F# and read this post know that. And really, that's the problem. F# is a great technology, but is tragically underloved, placing 37th in global programming language popularity. So I decided to spread the fun by making t-shirts. And if you want to get your own fun t-shirt, you can do that here at HAMY shop. Alright, so why did I make these fun t-shirts? So you may not know this, but I used to fashion myself as something of an artist. Back in 2020, I ran an online store selling prints, stickers, and clothes. It was never really profitable. In fact, I lost like hundreds of dollars on this. So I ended up moving away from it to focus on my other projects. But I've largely left it online in a minimal passive state because it doesn't really cost money to just leave online, at least in the current version it is in now. And it doesn't really cost any maintenance because I'm just using one of those SaaS services for it. So I've just left it online. Now, more recently, I got jealous of the, cool swag that other tech fandoms were churning out, and I wanted to have some swag for one of my favorite technologies, F#. F# kind of is just it doesn't really have a cool factor, It's just people like it, but it's kind of more enterprisey, more sciencey, less cool, I guess. And one of my favorite versions of a technology doing this well recently was HTMX's swag collections, which I find very fun. I don't know if you've seen this before, but it's just funny little things a collectible floppy disk, or, they got the laser bison, and all the other memes that, HTMX has used to great effect for advertising the technology, including some fun ones like, HTMX sucks. And so the running tagline of F# is that, F# is fun. And I explain more about what that means here. And so I wanted an ode to F# that also didn't infringe on any copyright stuff, because I don't want to be sued or something. And so I focused on the fun bit and dropped any ideas of using the logo or F# itself, because I don't know who has this trademark or whatever it is. And so F# uses fun to declare anonymous functions. If you use F#, you know this, you've probably used it a lot. But it's not clear enough just with the fun word that it references code versus just random words on a t-shirt. And, I've made these t-shirts with random words on them before. And so it's kind of nobody's going to know that even means F#. And so I went with the fun here to make it more clear that it's code. And this is also a valid F# representing, an anonymous function. So here's the function declaration, and then we say it doesn't take in anything. So it has a unit value here. And so it's valid F#, it gets the point across, and so that's what's on the t-shirt. And here's the fun t-shirt in action. Dang, look at that thing. Wow. All right, so where can you buy this fun t-shirt? Shirts are available here on HAMY shop at shop.hamy.xyz. You can see it here. I've got this, and I've got a few stickers and stuff that I've had online for several years. I believe this ships to most of the world, so I think they're available to most people, but you'll just have to check out. It should tell you where it can ship to and where it can't, but it should be available to most. All right, now how I made these t-shirts. I always like to kind of show a little bit about how I made these things that I share here, because for me, that's the fun part. And so I wanted to give a little background here. So I try to stay away from physical goods and manual labor because it often brings with it a lot of costs and complications and annoyances with very little reward, especially physical goods. Even just shipping is such a pain. What if it gets lost in the mail, or what if you need a return, or you have to actually package the thing yourself. And it's just a lot of work, and you usually don't have very good margins on it. And so I often try to stay away from these. And, at the same time, I don't really find these pursuits very fun, and I'm not really, particularly good at them compared to anyone else. And so they just really have, poor ROI compared to any of the other projects that I really like more, which is usually just building stupid little websites. You can see a bunch of mine here. That said, that I found a simple scalable system for selling these clothes online several years ago that really minimizes these costs, really minimizes the manual labor, minimizes any of the annoyances and complications that I have to do, while still leading to reasonable outcomes. These are not the best shirts you'll find anywhere, but they're comparable to any kind of tech swag shirts. So that's what I'm going with here. And basically the stack here is the store, the front end is Big Cartel free version. I could pay for it, but I don't ever get any sales, so it's not worth it. It's just me losing money. And I used to use Shopify, but that's $30 a month. And again, for no sales, it's what's the point? And it's kind of overkill for what I'm doing anyway. I expect to sell a few things, not a lot. And then for the creation and fulfillment part, which kind of removes a lot of these costs and annoyances, I use Printful. I've been using them for years for things like t-shirts and stickers and stuff. And yeah, there's like an overhead cost for, convenience here, but I think it's well worth me not having to like create the shirts myself or ship them out or whatever. So that's been really good for me here. And you can learn more about them here and use my referral code, which would be nice as well. Next. So those are my fun t-shirts, and I hope you have as much fun with them as I have. Let me know if you have suggestions for how to improve these designs or other designs you'd like to see, and I'll look into adding them more. I haven't really done clothing or stickers or anything in a while, so it might be a fun thing to dive into in the next few months. Now, if you like this post, you might also like why F# is a fun programming language, a deep dive into why it even has this tagline to start with. You might also be interested in how I make and sell clothes online. This one's from a few years ago, so a few things are slightly different, but the general idea is still true. The only real difference is that I'm not using Shopify right now. I'm really just on Big Cartel. And finally, you might be interested in my 4-side project income sources, a breakdown if you're interested in like kind of where am I making money, am I making any money at all, and kind of where does that come from. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.